Hey, Leo, Mel, Intuitive Coach here. Excited to bring in your January 2025 monthly reading. Welcome back if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Leo, what is January 2025 bringing in for you? You have a level of authenticity here and truth. Okay, this is about you getting honest about where you're at health-wise, because I see the detox card showing up here. This has to do with your health, your nutrition, toxicity, wherever that lands in your life, and coming out of denial, because you have the breakthrough card here as well. Your top key themes: breakthrough, detox, and authenticity. So you may have been avoiding taking care of something that needed some sort of truth. Okay, you may have either brushed it under the rug, or you said, I'll deal with it after the new year, or I'll start fresh at this time. Now's the time. You have the Ace of Truth, the Ace of Swords coming in. So I see that you are shaping up your unique vision. This unique vision could be around your health, your career, possibly about your mental state as well with the Four of Swords. You may be putting something to rest, getting answers, and that's going to allow you to hold true to your vision in some way. Yeah, Ten of Swords in reverse. Ten of Swords in reverse tells me that you've gone through something huge, but you're not going to stay in, a denial or stay in some sort of, ending that's been prolonged. Yeah, I feel like a prolonged ending here for you, or a prolonged beginning at that matter. It's like you kept putting something off, putting it off, or perhaps it felt like something was out of your control, but you've reached the peak. You can no longer avoid this. If this is health, I feel like it's important that you take matters into your own hands and maybe start eating healthier, or start a new exercise regime, or call up the doctor and get in for that appointment that you've been putting off. Maybe it's seeing the dentist. Some of you, it's having that conversation with a loved one or a family member or a boss, because you have a new path, a new direction that you are being guided to commit yourself to with the Hierophant here. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Swords in reverse. Your confidence is returning. That's what this breakthrough means. Your confidence is returning here. There's a realization. There is a discovery. There is a moment of truth. I feel that heavily for you. Spirituality is showing up. So it almost feels like intuitively you're getting that nudge. Bottom of the deck, you have the Skull card here. So there may have been some significant, with the Ten of Swords, some significant ending that felt like it pushed you, off track. But I actually see you dealing with it and inviting in a new beginning. And you have help, because at the bottom of your main themed energies, you have divine guidance. This is about angelic support, Leo. You're being watched over by someone kind. Okay, I'm getting the names here, Nancy and Milo. Okay, Nancy and Milo, that may resonate for some of you. If not, please take it as it does. And right behind divine guidance, you actually have milestones showing up here. So there is going to be a victory. And if you've struggled with something, maybe you've struggled with your health, or you've struggled letting go of toxic patterns or toxic relationships, you are asking, you're praying, I feel, okay? You're praying for change, but not only are you praying and setting the intention, I feel like you're doing something about it. And Spirit is setting up evidence, action steps, helping you stay consistent and stay authentic to your path and towards your journey and your vision. I also feel like you're standing in your integrity, and that is going to be very important in the coming year, not just in January, but I see that 2025 is going to bring a lot of, a lot of restructuring. It could be one of those years that is very, very profound in history. And I see that we've been preparing for it. 2024, in a way, prepared us for what's to come in 2025. And it's so very important that you stay true to your path, meaning you listen to your inner guidance and inner wisdom. And your archetype for the month is the shaman. So that correlates with what I'm picking up on here. So let's dive in. Leo, this is a big reading. You're going to want to stay tuned, take notes, add this video to your watch later and come back and revisit, because you may get nuggets of information that come through, multiple times throughout different sessions here. So you have the breakthrough card. There is a realization. That's why that Ace of Swords is riding high here. Okay, excuse me, Page of Swords. It's actually a page. This Page of Swords is delivering the news of some sort of truth, or he's in search of it. He could be in search of it, but I'm picking up on the Ace of Swords. Okay, and that is the moment of truth. So whether you are receiving this information, okay, this could be through spirit, this could be through the light source. There's something that you can no longer like hide from or put underneath the rug or postpone. I feel like the time is now. Whatever heavy burdens you may have been carrying, Leo, it's time to put them to rest. This is about advancement. If you want to continue evolving and growing, and I see you want to, I see you're going to with the milestone card. This is about victory, epiphany. And what does that mean for you? It means that you see what is holding you back. This is the month where you really go in search and you find some solutions. If again, this is health, I feel like not only are you saying you're going to do something with the page, sometimes the page is, a lot of talk in the talk, but I see at the end you're going to commit to it. That's why you have the Hierophant, because you're going to say, this is what I'm going to do, and you're going to do it, and you're going to stick to it with the help of this divine guidance, with the help of your ancestors, your spirit guides. I also see helpful people around you. This could be a professional team of medical experts. This could be healers, shamans, coaches that you go to, or, gurus. I feel like there are important people around you that are helping you maybe withdraw from some sort of drama, or put something to rest here with the 10 of Swords. This is a cleanse. This is, diet and release. If you have struggled with bowel syndrome, or, like IBS, or possibly digestion, that may be something you're looking into this month. We're going to look at all areas of life, health, wealth, abundance, money, partnerships, love. We'll look at it all. But because the detox card is coming up, I want to talk about that for a minute. Some of you may be booking yourself, a massage day or a spa day. That would be very beneficial. I'm also getting like infusion. Maybe this is like a hydro infusion. Some of you could be incorporating greens, like a green powder, a protein powder, or even like a mushroom powder into your coffee or into your shakes. Some of you could be fasting as well, or incorporating more fresh fruits and vegetables into your diet. I see that someone may have had surgery or back issues, sciatica here, maybe even with the neck or the shoulders. You may have been burned. You may have tried to help someone out and it backfired, but I feel like it's a burden that you can put to rest, because I'm getting these three cards together. The 10 of Wands, the 10 of Swords, and the 4 of Swords. Yeah, this is the month where you have that breakthrough and you put it to rest, like once and for all is what I'm getting. And it's going to require you to really get honest with yourself, and maybe even have that conversation with yourself about what you need to do and who you need to become to get there. Okay. So detox tells me that there's been some sort of ailment or some sort of underlying energy that you have been struggling with, maybe health-wise. It could be anxiety, it could be depression, it could be, overindulging in substances, or possibly, eating too much processed sugar, or, just trying to work on balancing that out. But if it isn't nutrition in that sense, this could be, walking, cardio, excuse me, balancing out exercise with it. But it's also a holistic point of view. It's not just one thing that is going to make your health great again. It is a combination. That's why it's called holistic health, because you're looking at the whole of, body, mind, and soul. And I see that's what you are doing here, Leo, in the month of January. You're looking at the body, mind, and soul. Next, we have authenticity. Beautiful. I love this because it means that you realize that you are a spark of divine magic, that you are important, that you are worthy. And it's not from an egoic point of view, but it's from that spiritual point of view, saying you matter, your voice matters, your worth matters. And if people do not see that, that is on them. Your worth is not determined by how someone else views you. And you are a drop. You see that there's a drop that's illuminated here. And in a bed of wild flowers here, it's like you are standing out in some way. And I do feel like you are standing out because you're pure, you're genuine. People want to be around you. What you have to offer is trustworthy. So if this is your career, or if this is even in relationships, the more authentic you are, meaning the more honest, the more truthful, the more real you are showing up in all areas of life, the better off you are, because you're going to see very early on if you are a vibrational match towards that energy. And oftentimes, if you come together based on falsified information or falsified illusions here of trying to impress, or trying to be something you're not, you're going to see that it's set on a faulty foundation, and it will backfire. It will crumble. It will not be long term. And that may be a lesson that you've learned the hard way. And I see here, Leo, that you are showing up 110% yourself. And you want other people to know as well, like, this is me. Take me as I am, or I will go where I'm wanted and respected and honored. Yeah, there's something here about standing in your integrity. And I see some of you also working on like a weight loss journey, or recovery journey of some sort, because that's going to really allow you to be your true, authentic self. So whatever that may look like for you, I am getting recovery. I don't know if this is, recovery from, maybe an eating disorder here. Some of you, this could be recovery from, pills or substances. Because I have the Four of Swords, I feel like you're detoxing, you're getting something out of the system so you can be 100% truly showing up for you and the people around you. So maybe this is detoxing from someone or something in order to find more deeper meaning within. Bottom of the deck, as we said, divine guidance. If you haven't already started to connect to the angelic realm, you might want to ask for guidance. Not that, there's this huge awful thing coming in, but you could work here with the angelic realms, and they want you to work with them. They want you to ask for help. Archangel Michael, draw the energy of Archangel Michael in for protection. Draw in the energy of Archangel Raphael for healing. And there's so many beautiful archangel energies that you can work with. And I also see some of you, this has to do with the loss of a very important family member or a loved one or a pet as well. And I see that they want you to be better mentally, physically, emotionally. They want you to be very successful and to move on, move forward here, and live and lead with that place of their energy in your heart. I see that you are going to see a lot of milestones throughout 2025. Don't forget to stop and smell the roses. Don't forget to stop and pat yourself on the back for how far you've come. You are an earth angel as well, Leo. You are an earth angel. You've helped someone or many people out in ways that you don't even realize, okay? You don't even realize. And I feel like in return, you are receiving help as well. All right, this is beautiful. So let's dive into the tarot. You're starting off with the Two of Wands. Leo, the Two of Wands is about a decision point, right? Asking the universe, asking the angelic realm for support, for spiritual strength, for assistance, for a miracle. That's what divine guidance is bringing in. But you have to ask them, right? You have to ask them to intervene. I feel like there is, a connection with your higher self and you're in the higher realms this month that really gives you that proof or evidence to keep on doing it. Like keep on connecting, keep on meditating because you're feeling better, you're feeling more connected, because there may have been a point in 2024 that you felt very disconnected from yourself. You felt very disconnected from your body, from your goals, and from the truth. Yeah, I feel like you were very disconnected from the truth. Like, is this a truth? Is this a lie? Is this an illusion? Am I in denial? And that may be why I heavily see the Ace of Swords here in your energy. That's why I thought this was the Ace of Swords, but the Page of Swords is holding that ace. And I feel like you are at a decision point. You're at a crossroads. And this is about direction. It's important here not to doubt yourself. It's important not to stay in some sort of stagnation, but get outside of your comfort zone. And if you haven't normally connected to the angelic realm, and maybe that feels at times uncomfortable, or, you haven't done something before, try something new. Because if you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to get the same results. And if you like those results, awesome, keep doing it. But I also feel like you're meant to push outside of the comfort zone in a way. That's what I'm seeing here for you. That's why you have the two. Twos are choice points. They're about reflection and partnerships and duality and diversity. In order to diversify yourself in some way, possibly in career or in your health, try something new. Because it may surprise you that it really works. It really, helps you out here in a big way. And the Two of Swords says that you've been in stagnation, or you've been, in a period of doubt or indecision. Use that angelic advice to be your compass, okay? Use that angelic or higher guidance to help you decide, to help you move forward on your path. Don't be afraid to explore. Exploration. And that's why you have the Page of Swords showing up right next to him. Don't be afraid to explore your truth. Don't be afraid to explore, your authenticity without worrying that other people are going to judge, without worrying that other people are going to criticize. The Page of Swords sometimes gets a bad rap for being naive, but sometimes ignorance is bliss, right? And I'm a big advocate of the more you know, the better. The more educated you are on a certain subject, the more you can move forward in wisdom and in enlightenment. But sometimes if you have an overthinking mind, right? Or if you tend to let the falsification of beliefs get to you, sometimes that can hold you back from making a choice. So sometimes here, the Page of Swords, the pages in itself can be very handy. They can come in because it's not that I feel like you're ignorant here, but it feels like you're untethered by, criticism, or that's what Spirit is guiding you to focus on, is not worrying about what other people think. He doesn't care. He's in search for the truth. And he's like, I'm going to get the truth. I want to be authentic, and this is me, and I'm showing up. And sometimes the pages, they're always looking for a new adventure, for a new challenge. They're curious. I feel like you're going and searching for some sort of evidence or some sort of facts, but try not to go down the rabbit hole in a direction that's going to backfire. That would be the message here. Okay. So in a sense, search for some sort of truth, but find that balance between truth and illusion and try to know the difference. And maybe that's why you're showing up here with this Ace of Truth, because you're going to find it. You're going to find it here. And you're going to be able to put something to rest. I see that you are doing your research. Some of you are journaling. You're writing things down. That could be very, very healing, very therapeutic for you. Four of Swords is renewal, rejuvenation, taking a break. Now, if your mind has been going a million miles per hour with that Page of Swords, you know, he has books next to him as well. In his little satchel, he has some books. And I see some of you are learning a lot at this time. Okay, you are learning a lot to put yourself in a better position. But I also see it's important to learn from experience. Take the experiences that you have learned and apply them to your situation. And if you don't have experience yet, then it's important to ask or to get that experience. All right. Now, Ten of Swords tells me that you've prolonged something here, Leo, or it feels like it's been a long time, like you've been carrying a burden for quite some time, double tens. And the reason why is because you were trying to figure it out. Maybe you were trying to dissect it with that Page of Swords, because by dissecting it, you could put it to rest. But I feel like you've come as far as you can on this rabbit hole or on this path. Now it's time to try a new direction, because that's the direction you're going to get some answers in. That's going to be the direction of your truth. Okay. And that's going to allow you to put something to rest or to finally be able to recover or fully heal. Now we have the Page of Wands. There's another page. I didn't even see him sneaking in. Page of Wands with the Hierophant. So the Page of Wands is someone who, because he's showing up in reverse, he needs to focus. He needs to focus his energy here because it feels a little scattered. And in order to focus, that's why we have that breakthrough. That's what we need to detox from. That's what we need to get real on. And once he focuses on the path ahead, he can prioritize and he can get curious and then move forward. And that's what I see you doing is focusing, because it feels like you had to adapt, or you started to adapt to being in a situation that was less than ideal. Because I see the lizard or the chameleon, and they shift colors, you know, they change colors to adapt to their circumstances. And it feels like you started to, you know, adapt to something. Therefore, you kind of stayed in that zone for quite some time. But Spirit is saying here, whoa, let's rethink things. Let's reprioritize and let's focus. Are you happy? Are you healthy? Are you where you want to be? Those are 3 questions I want you to ask yourself. And if the answer is yes, yes, and yes, then awesome. What are you doing here? You know, keep going, keep doing what you're doing. But if the answer is, well, I could be better in this area. I could be happier in this area, right? Or I could be more abundant in this area. I feel like you may be committing to a new path, a new belief system. You know, the Hierophant showing up as your outcome energy tells me that you're learning again. You could be the student, you could be the teacher. We constantly oscillate between both of them. Leo, you could have some Taurus placements in your chart, but I feel like you're shedding some old beliefs here, and you're wisening up here, and you are committing to a path that feels more aligned with your integrity, with your truth, with your authenticity. So you see how it all comes together here in a really beautiful way. So let's look at health for a moment. We did talk about it, but I want to see, is there anything else? Some of you, you're tired, you're burnt out, okay? This could be the time to really look at, you know, the foods. Sometimes when we're tired, we eat on the go because we don't have a lot of time to stop and rest, and we could eat unhealthy foods, or you reach for that 2 p.m. cup of, you know, caffeine, or you're constantly, you know, go, go, go. And I feel like this is a month for you to really slow down and take a look at, you know, what you need to do to feel the best that you can feel. mentally, physically, spiritually, body, mind, and soul. And I see that you're asking yourself some deep questions. Some of you are working with a coach. Some of you are working with a healer or a mentor or a teacher of some sort that is going to help you dig into your own psyche. That's going to help you dig into your own truth, your own authenticity, and break free from some limiting patterns or some unhealthy patterns that have kept you stuck for a while. A lot of you are the teachers as well. You could be, calling in a couple of clients, patients, students, maybe even your own children, and you could be setting up a good example for them, or that may be a question that you ask yourself. Am I being a good example for the children in my life? And this is interesting because you see that there is, a yogi sitting in front, and she looks to be, maybe middle age, and she has two youngins sitting in front of her, and everybody is meditating there. They are focusing, they're meditating on their yoga mats. And some of you are parents, some of you are teachers, you're healers. You may be a role model for other people. You may inspire them, and it's through your actions. And you may be asking, are my words and my actions aligned with what I am teaching? Powerful, Leo. Let's take a look at your wealth, but I want to go back to health one more time here. We have something about stress management. Meditation can be really, really beneficial for stress management here. I'm also getting yoga. Some of you, flexibility could be important. You may be doing more yoga, maybe even sleep cycles. Sleep could have been a factor. Some of you are having trouble staying asleep. I'm also getting like menopause or like perimenopause, premenopause, or something with hormonal changes or hormonal imbalances even. Okay, I also see that there's been an ongoing issue for some of you. You've had this ongoing. It was either maybe hereditary or genetic, or you've had stress or anxiety within the body that may have manifested as an illness very early on in life. Okay, please take that as it resonates. But I do see you finding new ways to deal with something that has been ongoing. Okay, yeah, because you've reached the end of a cycle here, and there is a new path. There's a new direction. That's why the Page of Wands is showing up here on this path, and that's why the Page of Swords is coming in with the truth. All right. Let's look at career, finances, abundance. Your first card out was spirituality. Leo, I'm talking to a group of you who are light workers. You are healers. Even if it's not a spiritually based business that you have, you're still a healer and a light worker as an accountant or as a financial advisor or as a CEO of a company. Whatever it is that you do, you're still very much tapped in to your inner truth, your spirituality. If you weren't, you wouldn't be here watching these readings. And this says here, use money magic spells to increase wealth and prosperity. I mean, what are spells? Spells, comes from also spelling, right? When we spells are words. They're, affirmations that we tell ourselves. And those affirmations can become our truth, our belief when we start to incorporate them over and over and over again. And we really start to resonate with what we're telling ourselves. I see that some of you may even be carrying citrine. I carry a little chunk of citrine in my purse. It's been there for years and years. I also have citrine in my office. I have a money tree in my office and in my home. So I definitely love connecting with the vibration of abundance and using the spiritual tools that can help manifest and bring that in. But of course, it's also about, mindset and belief. And it says that you are being guided to discover your unique spiritual path right now. Some of you wear crystals in your undergarments is what I'm getting here. Maybe it's your socks, or it could be a bra. It could be that you have it tucked in places. You may wear crystals. I'm also getting here, you're going to see some sort of like coins. They're showing me like a casino sometimes have, well, they all have, most of them, slot machines where you see like the coins, and the coins like a jackpot, like when you hit a jackpot or you hit a bonus, that's what it feels like here. So I do see that some of you, I mean, that's not saying go gamble, but I feel like there's going to be evidence or proof that money is increasing here for you. You could be a spiritual advisor, healer, tarot reader, or anything in the occult. You have the crown. This is about you readjusting your crown, Leo. You're overcoming obstacles here. Some of you have dealt with a power play or a power struggle. That's why you landed here in a position of the Ten of Swords, because you may have been dealing with a boss or dealing with someone who it feels like they were very immature. They handled a situation in an immature way. Okay, I'm getting like too big for their britches. Okay, some of you are dealing with a boss who is just not a good boss. Or if you are, an entrepreneur, I feel like there's room for growth, right? There's a lot of room for growth here. You're going to make progress and go in search of what that strength is of yours. Go in search of what you are curious about. If you're curious about something, even a tiny little bit, maybe it's a 0.5 out of 10, go in search of that, because that is part of what you are being called towards. It's part of what you are meant to explore at this time, because that could help you, really rise up in your business. I see you making progress, and maybe that's that slot machine hitting the bonus, hitting the cha-ching, because you're calling in and attracting abundance. And I see here investments growing. Now, yes, this is a briefcase full of money, but I feel like this is more than just money. This could be assets. This could be, where you are investing your time. Finances are looking good and growing. This is a great time to invest. Set a strong foundation and you will see the fruits of your labor paying off. You absolutely will. Now, it may require you to put an end to an old way of thinking, though. Put something to rest, okay? Put something to rest. What is it that you're putting to rest? Some sort of stagnation or indecision with that 2 energy, the 2 of Wands. If you've been teeter-tottering, riding the fence, I feel like this is the month that you get truthfully honest with yourself and say, is there growth where I'm at? Or do I need to step outside my comfort zone to see that growth multiplying? You're going to know the answer, and you're going to choose the path that, yes, maybe it's the path that may be more work. Okay, it could be a path that puts you back to school. It could be a path that, kind of scares you a little bit, because there could be some judgment, some criticism, but you don't have to let that creep in and block you. All right. You're going to commit to a path that feels a lot lighter, okay? Once you put the old to rest, once you make this decision, you're going to feel lighter in itself. So whatever this turning point or this choice is that you've been contemplating in your career, once that decision is made, it's going to be a weight off your shoulders. And then you have the universe here, you have divine guidance kind of helping put those pieces into place for you, because you've already made the choice. And then Spirit is saying, if you choose from the heart, that's why we have that heart space. If you make a choice from the heart that truly aligns with your soul, then you can use your brain. Then you can use, the information to the how-to. Then you can do your research. Then you can learn. Then you can achieve. All right, let's look at love. Let's look at partnerships, family. All right, this isn't looking too bad. There's your Ace of Swords. You have the sword and the rose. Clarity and truth, revelations, honor and protection, determination. For some of you, this 10 of Swords, he is 10 of Wands and 10 of Swords here. He's determined. He's determined to get to the truth or get to the root of something, because he doesn't want to carry this burden any longer. He wants to put something to rest. So for those of you where there has been some sort of, back and forth, like you weren't quite sure, was someone telling the truth? Were they being honest? I feel like that's going to come out here. Something is coming out for you. And you're determined to make sure it does. You're determined to go seeking for some answers. All right. And I see that your answers may come through meditation. Your answers may not come directly from an individual, but they're going to come from the actions that that individual provides to you, or it's going to come through, you know, some sort of important information coming in from divine guidance. All right. You may also be reading tarot cards yourself, pulling oracle cards on a situation that gives you a little bit of enlightenment. Now you have the camera. The camera is learning from the past. It is all about perception. And I feel with such a heavy energy of the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands, being able to put something to rest, it was a long time coming. And that may be why you have the double 10 energy, because it almost feels like back to back. Maybe you had something over here that ended and then something over here that just became too much. And it almost feels like the straw, which is interesting because I see the straw on the detox card, the straw that broke the camel's back, as the saying goes. So it feels like there could be something that shows up that you know, kind of have that wake up call. And it's not even that event in itself, but that's the straw, right? That's the final piece of it that says, all right, enough is enough. Am I finally sick and tired of being sick and tired? You've learned from the past. You don't need to go back and keep reminiscing, keep rolling around in some sort of muck. You're ready to make some new memories here because you've ran. There's something here about running. Okay, or maybe someone that you've been dealing with has been running, fear of intimacy, running away, intense emotions, like when things start to get deep, when things start to get intense, someone self-sabotages or someone like chooses to exit. Now, if you are exiting for good cause because somebody has backstabbed you, then run, right? You don't need to be in that energy because you're the butterfly here. You're the butterfly, Leo. You've evolved and you've grown. It's time to enter the next phase of your love life, okay, of your partnerships, of your family dynamics. I see here that there's been some unhealthy dysfunction that you started to think that unhealthy dysfunction was normal. No. That's not normal. That's not healthy. But when we start to believe it, right, over and over again, that becomes our story. That becomes our truth. That becomes our comfort zone. And that's not the truth. That's a lie. That is a falsified energy. And that's why it's important that you get clear on, does this make me happy? Is this truly where I should be? The butterfly says, you're not a caterpillar any longer. You're not in that chrysalis phase of that icky, sticky, mucky cocoon anymore. You have wings. Test them out. Test them out, Leo. You've been doing the inner child work. It's time for you to release the past and move forward because there are better things on this next journey. But if you keep going down that same path, right? The same path that the Page of Wands has been going circles in, you're going to see the same results. And this time isn't going to be different unless you choose something different. And with double tens, you're choosing something different. All right, let's get a message from your soul's truth. How can you be more kind to yourself and offer more grace in this very moment? Growing our self-love is medicine to this world's broken heart. When you heal, we all heal. When you give yourself more grace, you are able to give the world more grace. Today's soul action, look at yourself with a grace filter. You are meant to be in this moment of your life. Release the inner critic and fill in the hole with your soul's truth that you are infinite, you are loved, and you're already there. For those of you that would like to be entered into the free reading giveaway, I want you to drop that affirmation because remember, spelling is words. Let's affirm this. Drop it in the comment section below. I want you to say, I am infinite. I am loved. I am already there. I will enter you into that free reading giveaway where I draw a winner on the 1st of the month. We have, what risk can I take today? Be not mistaken, Leo. You will have to take bigger risks than you ever thought possible on this path towards your dreams. You will have to take the big, scary leap. But do not fret because, oh, you can't make this up, because your soul has wings. There's the butterfly, right? There's that butterfly that I just seen here, and I haven't even peeked. I didn't even know. I don't know if this was upright or not, but it says, your soul has wings. Today's soul action. What risk can you take to move towards your dreams? Make a decision and do it. There's the Two of Wands. No more thinking. Maybe that's the Page of Wands. Make a decision. Page of Wands can make a decision here. Be brave and courageous, and you will discover what you are really made of. That's your truth. That's your authenticity. Wow, this is beautiful for you, Leo. Last but not least, we have the shaman. And I definitely feel like I'm tapping into some shaman vibes here. So some of you are very wise healers, or you are preparing to be a very powerful shaman yourself in some way. I'm also getting a message here that for some of you in 2025, you are going to be called towards a spiritual place. Like, for example, I mean, this is just one, like Sedona, Arizona has some really wonderful vortexes. You could be called to like Brazil, or maybe one of the 7 wonders of the world. I feel like you are going to be called to go someplace that feels spiritual, or it's a spiritual retreat, or it could be partaking in like a spiritual ritual or activity. The shaman, this is the magi, the sorcerer, the medicine woman. 3 archetypal ingredients constitute the shaman, and all must be present in order to reveal its magic. First, the shaman is activated by long-standing and diligent study. That's the page energy. Like I told you, that page is significant. It's not just, naivety. It is about studying and opening yourself up to learning. The mentor, second, its orientation is generously and accurately aimed towards the healing of the self, and the other, and toward the healing of the self, and the other, and the culture, the healer. And third, the shaman has a knack for finding doorways to the other world, allowing psychic visions and old magic to leak into this world, the unseen. In this way, the shaman is a master who bridges the everyday and the sacred, revealing potent power needed desperately in our time. Yet where there is power, there is shadow. So the shaman must be vigilant in studying their darkness. This card reminds us that the force of healing is ultimately not our own. We must shape it and share it with the world. This is the fearless student and practitioner. Wow, this is beautiful because we see that right here. We see the 2 pages, we see the practitioner in front, and we see the 2 students. So this is corresponding quite well, aligning quite well. When it is in the dark aspect, it overpromises, it blames, it hurts self and others. If you want to go deeper in this energy, read Black Elk Speaks and Michael Tucker's Dreaming with Eyes Open. The shaman can't be rushed. Working with this archetype requires study and perseverance. Think of it like brining or marinating. The contents must permeate every fiber of its being. Oh, I like that. And then lastly here, Leo, it says, contrary to popular belief, the shaman archetype appears in every vocation. Teachers, directors, surgeons, politicians, and poets are just a few of the faces a shaman may wear. I said that earlier as well, that it doesn't mean that you have to have a spiritually based business or be a tarot reader, although some of you, yes, that is part of it, but it shows up in all different, vocations of your life. You are here because you are meant to see this. This is the energy that you are partaking, and I see you really learning more in 2025. So if you're curious about a class, if you're curious about learning more about yourself, Maybe even taking classes on like astrology or the stars, maybe even psychology in some way, learning about the human mind, whatever it is that you are wanting to dive into. Maybe even a yoga, like a yoga retreat. Some of you could be getting a yoga certification. Maybe that's what I was picking up on earlier. You could be going someplace to study that. Leo, that is what I have for you. I'm really digging this reading. I hope you guys like this as well. Feel free to please do like, share, subscribe, hit that bell. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Lots of love.